Hello and welcome to Unit 206 here at the Parker House. We're at 4700 Connecticut Avenue here in Upper Northwest. We're in what I would consider as the Van Ness neighborhood, but technically we would call this Wakefield, which is situated between Van Ness, Chevy Chase, DC, and Forest Hills. So as you can see, this is a pre-war building. This unit was built in the 1920s along with all of the units in both 4700, 4701, and 4707 Connecticut Avenue. These are all sister buildings, similar architecture, and similar design. So as you can see, you walk into the foyer and you have a really big living room. One of the special things about these pre-war units, this one in particular, is just you have a lot of space and a lot of closets, something we don't see as much in modern construction. So as you come through the large living room, you enter this nice solarium. The solarium is right down, we're on the second floor, so you have nice views of the greenery. The Parker House prides itself in having great gardens in the front of the building, and you have an excellent view of that. The solarium is great. It has windows on 3 sides and works really nice as both an office space, a reading room, something a little bit more intimate than, say, just your living room. So it's really sort of a bonus. Fun fact, those back in the day were sleeping porches in the era pre-air conditioning. They've been since closed in a lot of buildings, the Parker House included, to be an additional space. So as you come through the living room, you enter into the dining room and kitchen. So the kitchen is a galley kitchen, again, something very common we see in this architecture. You've got quartz countertops, stainless steel appliances, and nice white cabinetry. That extra door there is a service door, a nod to back in the day when we had people dropping things off in our units. Also in the hallways, you'll see these little doors down low. Those are milk doors. Again, back in the day when your milk, your eggs, your butter was all dropped off and picked back up. And those doors obviously have been closed off, but it's a cool little feature you see when walking through the halls. From the kitchen, you move into this dining room. The dining room will seat 8 comfortably. We've seen people reconfigure these units a little bit and make them either bigger by expanding out the dining room, but we've also seen people actually use their solarium as a dining room to allow their kitchen to be expanded. These are all little things you can do if you want to modify these units, but as they sit today, they work really well for most folks. So coming from what I call the living portion of this unit, you move back through the foyer into what I'll call the residences. So back there we have our 2 bedrooms. This is a 2-bedroom, 1-bath unit as it sits today. Back there we have a first bedroom, which is often used as a guest bedroom or an office. Great for having people come into town and you can put them up in here. And obviously people sometimes use them as offices, dressing rooms. You'll notice, again, really large closets in most of these units. This one has 4 closets in the unit. You have 2 in the hall plus 1 in each of the bedrooms. And these folks have a nice built-in as well. These units are heated by radiant heat, so that means that during the winter, your utilities stay really low because the heat is included in the condo fee. And just during the summers, you have these in-wall air conditioners, which provide air conditioning to the unit in the hotter times of the year. So coming through the second bedroom, you move into this hallway where you'll find the primary bathroom. So coming into that bathroom, again, really large space. So one of the cool things is back in the day, these units were built with separate tubs and showers, which is something we see when we are looking at big units today. So this unit already has that. You've got a nice walk-in shower, and then you've got the large tub. Something should be noted, there are owners in this building with this configuration that have actually added a second bath. By adding the second bath, what they typically do is they take the shower out. They use just the space in this room for a regular tub and shower or a walk-in shower, and then they convert the space from this shower over to add the second bath. So if you're looking for a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, that is something that can be accommodated in these units. And then last but not least, we come into the primary suite, and we have a nice big primary bedroom. Again, each of these bedrooms really do fit at least a queen-size bed and a king, depending on your furniture and how much space you want. You also have these nice large closets. And each room does have its own air conditioner, which gives you individual control of the temperature, but also make sure you have adequate cooling throughout. Some other interesting facts about the Parker House. The Parker House has laundry on every level. There's 5 levels, 10 units on each level. Laundry is free in the building, so that's a nice feature that you don't always see. We have a full-time staff during the week, so the desk, there's a front desk concierge that is staffed from the morning to the 5 o'clock hour. And then on weekends, there's a half day on Saturday as well, help receive packages and those sort of things. Street parking is very easy in this space, which is really nice because of the fact that this building is not situated in a very dense area. It's mostly residential homes that have their own parking. So street parking is fairly easy. And then there is, from time to time, garage spaces available in the units that are not utilizing them. So with that, that concludes our tour of Unit 206 here at the Parker House. If you have any questions, let us know. We'd love to answer it for you, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks so much.